the 4th of February 1992. That evening was something of which I will never forget. I was very restless. In fact, I couldn't get to sleep. Consequently, from there on in, I must have dozed off. But what happened from there on in, I really don't know how it happened, but it happened.
I felt myself go into a deep sleep state, and yet almost instantly I found myself walking in a car park amongst people, 25 to 30 different people I'd never seen before. We were close in proximity to a sporting hall, and I noticed a beacon flashing in the distance. We weren't far away from Perth Airport. In fact, it turns out I was 45 kilometres away from our home.
I turned to this person alongside me and I said, "Where am I? What am I doing here?" This person looked at me and without using the spoken word, just said virtually through my mind, "You're lucky to be chosen." And this blue light appeared from such a small dot and got larger and larger until finally it intensified to such magnetism that it was virtually over the top of us, and a brilliant white flash is all I recall. The very next thing was I was inside this basketball hall.
I noticed the other people were also inside. It seemed that they were being greeted by smaller beings.
They took on a human-like figure. The thing that distinguished them most of all, that were different from humans, were their eyes.
My first impressions, formed over several hours, were that the chap in question is definitely sincere and seems convinced that what he experienced actually happened.
Professor John Frogelum of Murdoch University in Perth is president of the Australian Society of Psychic Research.
I must say that I hadn't encountered anything quite like this before, because although abduction cases now are becoming 10 a penny, or a dime a dozen, there are very few of them in which the abductee is transported, as our case alleged he was transported, from one locality to another.
This was not to be my first encounter, and nor would it be my last.
When they had been to see me before and they had given this gift to me.
As they gave me the gift of a cricket bat, all my childhood memories come rushing back to me of where they'd first had the encounter with me and how I was taken.
The whole place was abuzz. The lights were on, everything was happening. And I noticed people were receiving gifts from these things. One of them came over to me and offered me a gift. As I looked down towards what I was given, it was a cricket bat.
To me, this was a reminder of what was given to me when I was only 7 years of age.
There was one of these things kneeled down, accepting my emotions, my feelings, everything that I was feeling. It was accepting and drawing in, as if it was robbing me, depriving me of my own thoughts. I felt aggravated, I felt violated, I became very angry. And consequently, I dropped the gift that I was given. I looked over towards the others and I said, "This is not what it seems. Get out of here." I got to the exit doors within the hall and everything just went brilliant white. The next thing I remember, I was back on my bed